This is Jim Kukrow, founder of the Author Marketing Institute, and you're listening to the Author Marketing Podcast. If you're unfamiliar with the Author Marketing Institute and this podcast, you can learn more by visiting www.authormarketinginstitute.com. We'll get to today's topic shortly, but first, a quick message. In 2014, my co-host of the Sell More Book Show podcast, Brian Cohen, and I held an online book buying event called The March to a Bestseller 2. We gathered together 20 authors of books related to the topic of how to write, market, and sell more books. Each book was discounted to 99 cents for the event. The results? Well, they were pretty amazing. There were 1,125 registered attendees on Facebook. Close to 2,500 people visited our website that day, much higher than our typical average, and over 3,500 books were sold for 20 authors. Now, many of the authors who attended also spoke of learning a lot of great tips and making many new connections, as well as the readers at the show. Now, overall, the event was a huge success. Huge. So why don't more authors try to do this on their own? Probably because they don't have a roadmap or a guide to figure out how to get it done. Now, you can learn exactly how Brian organized this event and how you can do it on your own by attending Brian's session at the next Author Marketing Live Virtual Book Marketing Summit event. Brian will present a session called How to Run a Multi-Author Facebook Event. In this session, he's going to teach you his step-by-step process for running a successful event that actively engages fans and helps readers discover new authors. The session includes mistakes Brian has made that you can avoid when you make your event a reality. Now remember, this is a virtual event. That means there's no travel, there's no hotel. It's just you watching from your computer, your tablet, or your phone, as long as you have an internet connection. Visit www.authormarketinglive to grab your seat. And with that out of the way, let's move on to today's topic. 5 ways to sell more books in just 15 minutes a day. Everybody is strapped for time. Between the normal hassles of life and the energy-sucking force of internet distractions, it sometimes feels impossible to get anything accomplished. Putting time into your marketing never feels urgent, but it's extremely important for building a writing career. In The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, author Stephen Covey wrote about the importance of doing non-urgent but important activities. These are the types of actions that allow you to grow both personally and professionally. If you've only ever spent your time on the most urgent tasks, you'll miss out on the opportunity to make giant leaps forward as an author. These tasks don't always take a long time, but they do require that you put in a little bit of effort every day for many weeks, months, or years. Here are 5 non-urgent items to put on your daily to-do list that can help you sell more books in the long run. Number 1, brainstorm big. Mark Levy, the author of the book Accidental Genius, is a major proponent of free writing. Free writing is like super concentrated stream of consciousness brainstorming. This practice is one way to push through seemingly insolvable problems and come up with ways to drastically improve your author platform. The trick with free writing is to set an intention for your 15 to 30 minute writing session. One line of questioning that'll help you sell more books is to ask yourself what you need to do to get more readers buying. But you're not going to stop there. At the top of your sheet of paper or word processing document, place the following question. How can I sell 10 times as many books as I'm selling right now? Take this question and riff on it in as many different ways as you can think of. Never censor yourself. Instead, let your fingers fly and allow your brain to answer the question for you. There's nothing off limits here. If you decide that getting on the Today Show will give you the sales boost you need, then let yourself brainstorm about how you might encourage such a thing to happen. There's no dream too big for a brainstorming session. Not all of the ideas you come up with will be workable, but there's a strong possibility that you'll get something tangible and effective for your efforts. Your brainstorming session shouldn't be a one-time thing. Schedule out 15 to 30 minutes every day for free writing. If you successfully block off that time, then there's no telling what you'll be able to come up with in each cumulative session. Number 2, manage a virtual assistant. One secret of many full-time authors is that they use one or multiple virtual assistants to help them complete some of their marketing tasks. It's easy to recruit a VA to help you sell more books as well. Use a site like Odesk or Elance to post a job listing for your assistant. In many cases, you'll be able to find someone who can complete basic tasks for you for under $5 an hour. By hiring a virtual assistant to work an hour each weekday, you can quadruple your productivity. Spend 15 minutes organizing and explaining the daily tasks for your virtual assistant. Your assistant can research reviewers and bloggers for you to contact, organize parts of your website that need a little sprucing up, and or look up opportunities for you to expand your brand. You shouldn't expect miracles for such a small hourly rate, but you can definitely feel like you're getting more hours in the day by having someone available who can lend you a hand. Number 3, create something valuable. This spot could have easily been taken by something as typical as tweet out a link or post something engaging on Facebook. But instead of thinking of social media as a thing to do, you should concentrate on sharing something of value on a daily basis. Blogger Jane Friedman suggests that authors consider social media as a place to micro-publish something they're proud of. The trick is finding something you're excited about that you can share with the world. Now, you could create a Facebook-only story while sharing 100 words of the tale every day. Make it a priority to post some words of wisdom or an inspiring drawing that you've created. Whatever you decide to share, make sure it's part of you. Don't just put up something there because you can read about it on some blog. The more you care, the more your readers will care about you sharing it. Number 4, research with super speed. Now, between the Sell More Book Show and the Creative Pen podcast and the Self-Publishing podcast and the Rocking Self-Publishing podcast, there are 4 to 5 hours of marketing research you could do every single week. While it's impossible to condense all of that down to 15 minutes, you can often get by with choosing the most interesting-looking show of the week. Many of these shows get stronger as they progress through the episode. It's even been joked about on the Self-Publishing podcast that you could probably fast forward through half of the episode without missing much. If you only have 15 minutes available, then you should test this theory out by cutting to the midpoint of the episode you've chosen. Using your podcast app, set your speed to 2 times to listen to the episode, which makes it listen to you at double time. Taking in the interview, the news, or advice at such a speed can take some getting used to, but you'd be amazed at just how much information the brain can absorb. By cutting to the chase of these programs and speeding up the process, you'll be able to get 80% of the wisdom in a quarter of the time. Number 5, connect with successful authors. Reaching out to other authors is easy. All you have to do is find them on social media or shoot them a message on their contact form. That takes significantly less than 15 minutes. What may take you some time is formulating how your message can stand out from the rest. The best way to get an author's attention is to offer something he or she needs. It's as simple as that. Jay Thorne used this method to get to the top of the horror genre on Amazon by offering to format box sets for other authors. What a great idea. You can use your particular skill set to help an author to sell more books. In the meantime, you'll forge an important relationship with someone who may have insight on how you can make progress in your own career. Set aside time for the non-urgent every day. It's easy to get swept away by the most urgent tasks. That's why it's a necessity to lock in at least 15 minutes per day of non-urgent work. It doesn't seem like much, but you can make a lot of forward progress if you log over 50 hours a year. Whatever you choose to do with that block, you'll find yourself miles ahead of your peers who struggle to get any marketing in whatsoever. They might even start asking you, how'd you ever find the time? And that will conclude today's podcast. To see a transcript of the show and to access other book marketing content, please visit www.authormarketinginstitute.com. You can also learn about our latest events for authors, or get access to our Author Marketing Academy Learning Center. And of course, become a member of the Author Marketing Club, a 25,000 plus author member community. That's www.authormarketinginstitute.com. All right, let's wrap it up for today. I'm Jim Kukrill, founder of the Author Marketing Institute, and we'll be back again for another show soon. Thanks again for listening, and don't forget to leave us a review in iTunes and share the show with your author friends and communities. We would be grateful for your help in spreading the word. Bye for now.